Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple of topics to cover, from one that shows Eminem hit another milestone, this time with the death of Slim Shady. And speaking on Eminem, we have another report that emerged linked to Diddy that links to even some more lyrics on Eminem's new album, and we got to hear from some rappers and associates about Diddy's arrest, including some hip-hop personalities who argue in favor of Diddy. More on this momentarily. And today we also got to hear from LL Cool J about the high-profile collaborations on his new album with Nas and Eminem, and he spoke about how they executed the vision of Murdergram Do that took a while to come to fruition. And before we dive in, if you enjoy content like this, just like Diddy allegedly blew up Kid Cudi's car, you could do the same for this channel to blow up without a Molotov. Hit the like button and subscribe for more, and better yet, this is not illegal. And starting out with the latest milestones, 50 Cent clearly hasn't forgotten about the narratives when it comes to his career, as he took some time to acknowledge the new milestone from The Massacre, who said, "I only had one album, laughing emoji, they don't wanna relive the nightmare." And it is crazy that from the early 2000s, 50 Cent is the only one doing what Eminem is doing right now on streaming platforms, and we are talking about how the music has aged. The Massacre has managed over 2 billion streams on Spotify and over 2 billion on YouTube, and combined it is a total of 4.97 billion streams for the album. And speaking on new milestones, Eminem's got another one a few hours ago, a testament to his unmatched longevity in hip-hop music. It goes, Eminem's The Death of Slim Shady has now surpassed 1 billion streams on Spotify. All 12 of his studio albums have now reached this milestone, but this is technically incorrect since Infinite also counts to Eminem's tally, even though it was before he signed to a major label. And since some users were asking on Reddit, is this impressive for Spotify standards? Genuine question, because Spotify streams are a lot different than like YouTube views, for example. And we got some users on X who broke it down. For perspective, that's already 3 times more than 444 that was released in 2017. And we got some updates on Murdergram Do that moved up to number 3 this week on Billboard Rap Digital Song Sales chart. All it took was the music video to turn things around for a song that seemed dead on arrival when it officially dropped weeks after the leak. And we got to hear from LL Cool J a few hours ago from the Cruise Show on Real 92.3 LA. Check out a snippet.
Right. With Nas, that beat
was made
Nas.
for y'all and Nas.
Yeah,
That's
it just
crazy.
fit me and Nas, and like the one with M, it fit me and M, and like all of the songs, like Sweetie, it fit me and Sweetie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So that was the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. On Murdergram, you, Eminem, did y'all thing. I mentioned this off the air. LL was not about to let Eminem get away with nothing on that song.
Let me tell you something, man. Eminem is my man. He's my friend. You know what I'm saying? I look at him as like, you know, like he's like having a super talented younger brother who's really dedicated. He's like a scientist when it comes to MCing, and I love that because I'm that way too. And so it was just the perfect opportunity for us to rock together. We had talked about it for many years, and we had, you know, kind of flirted with the idea, but we never, you know, got around to it. And it was like, this made sense to me.
Yeah, we got
you know,
to it.
because I don't, like my thing is like, if you're gonna put different people on a song together, it's not enough to just, the idea of it can't just be good. The execution gotta be great too.
100%.
So me and M, you know,
and it has to sting, right?
Yeah.
It's got to sting.
It's gotta sting, baby.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So, yeah, we had a ball with that one.
And we got to hear from rising rap star, the Mexican OT, who briefly revealed that he was influenced by Eminem on how to rhyme during an interview on Hip Hop DX. Check out a snippet.
You said Eminem was like crazy inspiration growing up. Was it the way he put words together? Something you looked at?
Correct. He even said, like, one of my favorite bars, he said, it's something along the lines of, it's gonna take 40 men to stomp me for me to feel 80 feet.
That was
If you have 40 men, how many feet do you have? 80. 80 feet. 80 feet. 80 feet at the feet. If you do, you know, if they stomp me, I'm defeated. But 80 feet.
Yeah, that was crazy. You have like bars like that too, though, where people.
Yeah, there's a few of them in there.
I'm gonna get to some of them after.
And this raised eyebrows on platforms like Reddit, as some believe there could be more to this. Interesting that he randomly just decided to post this thinking emoji, since the rapper just reposted this snippet on X just hours ago. But what are your thoughts? And moving on, we got some updates about Diddy a few hours ago, some straight out of Eminem's new album The Death of Slim Shady. And before we get to this, right now there looks to be a split. Those advocating for Diddy, rappers like Boosie and even DJ Envy, who believes he should be granted bail, and on the other side we got those who believe he's getting what he deserves. And starting with DJ Envy, this was his take on this from The Breakfast Club. Check it out.
That Diddy is going to be appealing the decision to not receive bail today, and he's actually going to be appealing that decision, him and his attorney, with Judge Carter. Judge Carter, because I reached out to Diddy's attorney and I said, well, what's the difference? Why appeal the next day? And he said Judge Carter is a judge that will be presiding over the full trial itself.
Different judge, right?
So they think that there will be a difference in that.
Do you think he's gonna get a bail?
Do I?
Yeah, I'm just asking in general.
I don't think that Diddy is going to get a bail.
I think Diddy should get a bail.
And,
I ain't asking what you think. I said, do you think he's going to get one?
I think he is. The fact that he's putting up $50 million, the fact that he's putting up his family's passports, his mom's crib, the fact that he said he'll wear a GPS monitoring system, he'll only be in Miami, in New York, the fact that if you look at his family, his two daughters don't have the three of the kids don't have a mom. Right, they're staying with a family's friend.
Yeah.
But he has to do all of that because the feds think he's a slippery suspect.
Right. It will listen, all that baby oil. But
so yeah, I think he should get one. When you look at people like Harvey Weinstein that got one, and you look at some of these other people, O.J. Simpson that got one, Bill Cosby got one, Diddy should be able to get a bail.
And Envy's been getting cooked. There wasn't hundreds of pages of evidence against them using violence and intimidation tactics to scare people, and they didn't get caught doing mock escape attempts with empty private jets. And Lil Boosie went on a rant about Diddy's arrest, as he believes Diddy is getting persecuted for what they all do in the industry. Check it out.
Let me see here.
I feel Diddy in jail for basically doing what every other famous entertainer has done, flew women out for threesomes. He just freakier. We actually gon' call women prostitutes who fly in willingly to be with their partners for sex? If that's the case, if you've been flew out and had sex, you should be labeled a prostitute. If that's the case, that's 80% of the women reading this. And trafficking? Hell nah. You're a celebrity. You gotta fly them in. How else you gonna get some action? You're never in one place. When I saw that video, I was pissed off, and this dude, like, he really got a problem. But facing life in prison for doing basically what so many other entertainers have done, I disagree. And he continued, I'm starting to feel like this sex trafficking charge for flying women in for threesomes will be a tool used to take down hip-hop artists and celebrities. Just think about it. Who is flying their yeah-yeahs in to turn up? Who always in a different city and gotta fly some action to them who ain't tripping and go give their sex partner a little change? Think about it, this is real. If you fly a chick and y'all turn up and you give her a little change so she's straight, when she go home, that's sex trafficking. Rappers, athletes, D-boys, politicians, be careful who you fly in. And some believe Boosie's just confused and ignorant. You're really conflating abuse with consensual promiscuity, and that's why your ignorant bum be gone. You don't know your bum from your elbow and expect people to give a F about your opinion. And we got Diddy's former bodyguard, who's been speaking out for years, share his thoughts on this arrest during a chat with Art of Dialogue. Check out a snippet that hit social media.
Some dudes belong in jail based on what they do. When they get down to all the facts and all what happened, he may belong in jail, bruh. And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. He learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's gonna make him think that he could get away with the same thing. He learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom. And I'm not gonna say alleged because I saw that for my own self. My man was with me, Slick was with me, and we saw that for our own self. These are behaviors and things that with drugs and all the stuff that's going on, pills, drinking, it can make this man into a monster. And that's what it did, bruh. It made him into a monster, bruh. What's happening to him now is one of the greatest tragedies that we're gonna ever read about, bruh. This is gonna be one of the greatest tragedies of hip hop, along with Pac's death, along with Big's death. And he brought it on himself.
However, this sparked that recurrent question. My only issue with these grown bum dudes is why didn't they speak up when the ish was actually happening? Since he had first-hand experience, as he says, of course people are gonna ask why he waited for so long, and most of the time it is attributed to a fallout. And yes, he's been speaking out for years, although some believe he only started to speak out when he was no longer on Diddy's payroll, cause he was on the payroll and now he's not. And we got a breakdown from Fox that shows Diddy was denied bail yet again.
The judge denied Diddy's appeal to get out on bail after the music mogul and Democrat community organizer was charged with sex trafficking and racketeering for forcing women into freak-off sex parties with male prostitutes that he recorded, then keeping them quiet through violence and blackmail. The feds say the investigation's still ongoing and Diddy's a flight risk who's tampered with witnesses before and could do it again if he's free. Diddy offered $50 million and promised not to have any women over his house if they let him out, but the judge didn't budge. Diddy's spending his days in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, New York's most notorious jail. For dinner, Diddy can eat turkey with boiled potatoes and beets. Sources tell TMZ Diddy's being isolated from General Pop. He'll get 1 hour of rec time a day and 3 showers a week, and has to wake up at 6 a.m. to make his bed and mop his cell floor. A few celebrities have spent time here: R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and our good friend Minnie Madoff. The prosecution has a mountain of evidence against them. The feds have materials from banks, tech companies, airlines, hotels, escort services, even Diddy's wealth management firm. The prosecution says they corroborated testimony about Diddy's freak-offs using travel records, payment records, and the videos.
And straight out of Bad One, from the death of Slim Shady when Eminem rapped, got him up in arms like monkey bars. The freaking bomb word to Puffy I'm and blowing up like Kid Cudi's car in front of his house where all his buddies are. We got a narration of how this went down in real life.
Diddy's alleged crimes go back years. In 2011, he kidnapped somebody at knife point and gunpoint so that he could break into a different person's house. 2 weeks later, someone in Diddy's crew found the victim's car, sliced open the convertible top, then dropped in a Molotov cocktail. Diddy's been running wild for at least 15 years, but he might not be able to slip out of this one. And he's only the first domino to fall, and he's looking at 15 to life.
That will be all for today, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.